Good, though. Pushing the button, missus.
Alrighty.
Oh, jeez. Every time.
Every time.
There it is. All right, I started one thing. I think I forgot to start this over here, but that's all right. We're going to handle it now. It's okay. I don't think anybody cares. The stuff that used to kill me, nobody else was ever bothered by. So allow us to try to go live on the Instagram. Turn some lights on in the Playset. Welcome everybody back. All right, we're live over here. Make sure Mrs. Ryan's in the shot, which makes everything a little bit better. I'm going to do that again. leaving live, and delete video, and do it again. There we go. I find that it's better if you touch the screen first. Somebody taught me some tricks. I can't figure out how to flip it. The internet doesn't know either. Anybody knows what I'm talking about? Oh, crap. Well, Phil, Mrs. Ryan, I left the card in the other room.
Oh, man.
Nothing at all?
Nothing. I don't know what you left in there.
I said Phil, Mrs. Ryan. I left the card in the other
Oh,
room.
I thought you said film.
Phil.
Jeez Louise. Sorry, guys. I'm the worst at filling.
Literally didn't do it.
No
show.
I didn't
I'm going to call that a no-show.
I'm a no-show. I didn't hear what you said.
Well, that's not your fault.
apologize.
That's not your fault. Are you good now? Do you mind if we start things up?
Yes.
Because we've been going for a while here. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, well, welcome back to the Playset, everybody. My name is Jay Ryan. This is Nicole Ryan. Tonight is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2020. We've got people over here. Kayla, hello, Kayla. Kayla, I want to get this right. You are the car girl. Is that correct on YouTube? And I hope that is correct because I want to tell everybody that they should check out her new YouTube channel, which I believe is just The Car Girl. Highly recommend. She just put up her second video today, and it's really good. She's doing a Porsche build. Actually, she's doing a Porsche take apart and then The Car Girl. She's ripping a bad build or a dated build apart and making her new build. And Wrench, that guy Wrench, is helping her.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably help each other's YouTube channels because they're both killing it.
Good job,
Yeah,
guys.
they know how to do all of that stuff. They're always like, hey, why don't you do this? I don't know. It just sucks my energy.
Yeah, it's a totally different skill set.
But meanwhile, they're very successful at it, so they know how to play to the algorithms and the digital audience. I know how to talk to people. Not even that great at it, but that's more of my skill set. I can't talk to ones and zeros. I don't know what they mean. I don't know anything. All right.
It's different.
It's Talk to Us Tuesday, so there is not a whole lot going on. Hello, Ed Lawrence. David Keynes is here. All of our usuals. Hi, everybody. This is becoming a very cool thing. David Keynes we saw on Sunday from a distance, and he kind of hipped us to something that we sort of didn't even realize was happening, and it's odd because it was always my mission, and I just didn't know that we were hitting it, even in a small bit. He said it's a great hang for everybody. It's even at home they feel like they're here, and that was always the point. Hi, David Keynes. Says hi, Jay. I'm going to bring the chat in over here.
That's the coolest feeling.
Wasn't it for you too?
Yeah.
That's great.
It hasn't left me. Like it's such a nice compliment. It's so warm.
Yeah, it felt that way to me. Hi, Nicole. Felt that way to me too. But the truth is, we always wanted to make this a hang. The whole point was to break down the digital barrier, to do what Zoom isn't doing that well, somehow to get us to all hang out together. And the community is so great. The worldwide community is so great and so fun, and so giving and so obviously generous. But they're they're generous with themselves and their brains, but they're so creative. Like everybody is such a. Oh, I'm going on and on now. I'm doing what you do. We've been hanging out too much. I didn't mean it that way.
Glad you all thought that.
I heard it though. Waving. I'm going to wave at everybody. I feel like the show just started. 5 minutes in, we kicked in. The AC kicked off though. I think that's part of it. You got hot, I got hot.
Yeah.
Funny, right when you start the show. Hey, Portia Peeps. That's from Paradise Region Group. Where is the Paradise Region Group? Oh, is that Hawaii? No. I mean, it would be for us.
Yeah, it would.
Kayla, when are you going to join us here in the Playset as a guest? The car girl. It's going to take me a minute to learn this. Europa Jewelers. Waving at Europa Jewelers. Year-round Porsche joined. Waving at you. Aunt Anstead, hello, my brother. Yo, team. Oh, we love you. Kayla, I would love to. Fantastic. Well, let's send me a message. Let's put it together. And if you can be up here in person, that'd be great. We'd love to have you in the studio. Swept seconds. Assuming it's like sweeping seconds off your laptop, perhaps. It's Talk to Us Tuesday, so it's going to be a lot of this. I've got a couple things we can talk about, but other than that, it's going to be a lot of this. You know, it's the usual stuff. We can play videos. I've got viewer mail. Got a new fog machine. We can try that out. Sounds great. Fantastic. What's up, Swept Seconds? Oh, it's a watch guy. I'm such an idiot when it comes to that stuff. It literally has always escaped me. My dad liked watches. You know what? Do you want the story as to why I am not a watch guy anymore? It's Porsche related a little bit.
I would like to know that.
When I was a kid, my dad always had watches, and not like Matt Farah has watches or Spike Ferriston has watches. I mean, like he always had a nice watch, and there was always one in the drawer, and he was always getting a new one from the guy at work. Everything fell off a truck. My dad worked for. My dad was a commercial photographer, graphic designer, all that stuff, photo engraver, but for big stuff like General Foods and Downy fabric softener, and I mean the big stuff. Kraft, Campbell's soup, stuff like that.
Highline brands.
Wherever he worked, there was a guy who would come by and like sell stuff. Like if you wanted the cable box that had all the free channels on it, like, oh, you get one of those. And like, you want the leather jacket? Oh, you want one of those. And it wasn't like you could just pick what you wanted. It was like, oh, this week we got cable boxes. Oh, this week we got leather jackets. And anyway, when my dad died when I was 18, one of the things I started wearing was my dad's, he had a gold, I learned later about it. It was called a presidential. It was a gold watch. Imagine me wearing a big old gold watch with a big old
I'm trying to.
Oyster
Really
perpetual
hard.
date. Yeah. Anyway, but I did, and I was happy to have it. I wore like his wedding ring for a while. Just weird stuff. Made me feel closer or something. You know what I mean? I was a kid. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Anyway, I was in Newport, Rhode Island on a trip. My mom had a condo there, a timeshare there, or something like that. And on the way out of, and I was in the 944 Turbo when I was a kid, and I was on my way out of Rhode Island, and the car broke down. I've mentioned before that I needed to replace the alternator on that car. This is the time.
Oh.
It went on the way, and it was like weird because I had to jump it earlier, and I was like, I didn't think anything about it because I didn't know that much about cars then. It was like, oh, the battery's dead. Oh, but it won't be now because I jumped it. Which could be true, but it generally means, oh, something else is wrong. In this case, the alternator. So before I got to the big Bay Bridge there in Newport, Rhode Island, luckily it died. So I was in the right place on the right side of the bridge. I was able to walk to help. Imagine being in the middle of the bridge. It's like a 3 or 4 mile bridge. Anyway, the wonderful tow place that came and got me, that fixed my car for an exorbitant amount, did a tune-up while they were there because I was like, why not? Sure. They also stole my dad's watch, which I had left in the side pocket of the car, which was exposed. It was like an exposed side pocket. And I knew it was there, and I thought to myself, it'll be fine. I don't know why. I just thought it would be fine. And I didn't notice until like I was halfway home, and I was like, how am I going to even prove? You know what I mean? It was like one of those things. And that's why I never got into watches again. I was like, wow, I lost probably what would have been the most valuable one to me ever anyway. So what the hell would any other watch ever mean to me?
Doesn't compare.
Yeah. And I don't know that I ever made that, like drew a line in the sand, but they never interested me after that.
That's... Here's the thing.
A Porsche tune-up ruined me for watches.
That's how all this happens.
Hello, Jeff Swartz here. Hi, Jeff Swart. Waving back. One vintage. Le Café de la Plague. I don't know how to say your place, but I know we've got to come visit you. You've been so nice sending us messages and inviting us to your place in Malibu. Michael Corbel is here. Hello, Michael. Great to see you. Congratulations to you. Michael just released a huge campaign he was working on. You've been hearing about the people going to space. Yeah, well, he worked on that whole campaign. Congratulations, Michael. I can't wait for you to be here in LA and come on the show and tell us about it because, quite frankly, I want to tell people your involvement of all this because none of this would even exist if it wasn't for for your involvement. So look at all these people joining. So cool. Hi, everybody. R.I.P. King. Sad below. Mark F. Medina. Sweb seconds. Sorry that happened. Get it. There's no reason. I don't even know what my reason is. I just never got back to it. And it's not like I ever had that kind of money where I was like, oh, I've got so much money, I'll just chuck some into watches. I was always into other things. Obviously.
You just had it. It was the thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And apparently it didn't mean much to me because I wasn't taking care of it. Like it should have been on I took it off when I was driving home and I put it in the thing and I forgot about it. You know, your car breaks down, you forget. Skip Ploss, what's up, Skip Ploss? One vintage cheers. Damn, that sucks about the watch. I get it though. Yeah, thanks. It's funny. I can't believe I've never told that story because I've always been more embarrassed by it because it really is my own irresponsibility. In both cases, leaving it in the pocket and then also not going back and challenging. But I knew, like, I think I was a little hellion kid. I was a little kid who like knew that I wouldn't have. You know the little kid I was. This was like a year later. So I was thinking to myself, I guess probably I was thinking karma. That's probably a little bit of karma. And also I was thinking that there's no way that they would admit it. Like there's no end game which ends up with me having the watch again. All I do is cause a whole kerfuffle, maybe have someone lose their job. Like none of it made sense to me. I just got the hell out of there. Great life lessons called avoidance.
That's intuition.
Maybe.
In some cases.
What is the source of your Carrera RS t-shirt? Oh, this is great. And get it while you can because I think they're discontinuing this line from what I read in their email the other day. Hunziker. Shop Hunziker. Hunziker. There are stickers in the set here to denote it as well, but Shop Hunziker. And Nicholas Hunziker is the artist. And he's a fine artist. And I don't mean that like I'm giving him credit, although I am. He's an actual fine artist working with with paints and whatever makes someone a fine artist. His art is at Porsche in Stuttgart and here at One Porsche Drive. Wouldn't it be funny? The guy's like, yeah, no, I fucking know who the guy is. I'm just curious where to buy it. Well, shout out to the Hutzigers too. I haven't heard anything from them in forever. You know, he's a weird one anyway with like texting, like you send messages and sometimes you can respond, sometimes you don't. But I'm kind of that way too because like when my brain is into something else, it just slips right by. So I don't really ever think anything of it, but it has definitely been a while. I hope they're good. Let's see. Vic Manto. Can't do it. Rairu. Now, I recognize that name because you were here before. Tahoe Blue Flame. I recognize that because I thought you were somebody else. And now I need to learn you because you've been here more than once. It makes you the other guy. Timothy. Great, thanks. He says, great, thanks. D-Dill 73. That's who asked about the shirt. Yeah, highly recommend their stuff. His artwork is amazing. And you don't need to commission a really expensive painting. You can buy some of his existing prints that are licensed. He has them. I don't know how he does it, but it's a thing. There's a technology where they like reprint the posters, but it looks like the one he painted on the canvas and everything. We have one in the other room.
They're really cool.
There's a name for it. You guys probably know what it is, but he's got some of those of his more famous stuff, and it's really amazing. It's really amazing.
And he's got great shoes.
Yeah, and the shoes that Nicole's wearing right now.
They're driving shoes, and they're fantastic and comfortable and really stable.
Yeah.
And masks.
Really lightweight.
Everything.
Yeah. Oh, hello. There it is. It's upside down, but you get the point. Kayla says, "Shush, you are great. The A team. Oh, we love you. Your support is amazing. Thanks for having me down. Well, us, but you couldn't go down to your event, your launch. Was it your launch party? I guess. No, that wasn't this. That was something else. That was Chicks Talking Cars. Are you still doing that too? Let's promote the hell out of what you're doing. What else are we doing? Let's talk to us Tuesday. Here's Ariana. Hi, Ariana. Mrs. Keynes, do you?
I figured it.
Aubergine. Waving at Kirk only. He makes good art for sure. Yeah. One vintage 02. That's Dorian. Dorian, I don't know much about you, and we didn't get to talk too much up at Breakfast Club, but I did look at your Instagram, and man, you definitely have some cool stuff, some cool interests. I knew he drove that 993 that was awesome, but I mean, you've got other stuff too. Ariana says hi, and Kayla says that's coming out in a week. Awesome. So I hope I didn't blow it. I hope it wasn't like a super secret. I love this. I like that. I know I say that every time, but I like having the people. That's the difference. We've got to even figure out a way to make this interface even more whatever it is.
Interaction is good.
Yeah. Let's start with some bubbles. Let's do that. We'll do some bubbles for the Instagram people. And there we go. Oh, gosh. Isn't that the best?
Oh, bubbles.
Instagram bubbles. It's a long story. Happy to share. Okay. Fair enough. Good stuff. Good time for that. Oh, the off button. Oh, no. Oh, whew. I made some changes over here to accommodate the new fog machine, and I mean, it may need to make some more. I didn't want to yank it off to make the off button work. But should we push this button too, since we're here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
I know. Let's see. I think I cut the wrong camera here. Let's go to this guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can push it a little longer. Now, it's aimed in a different direction. I was just trying. Oh, but look at the lasers behind you. Look at those. That's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Light show. Oh, yeah. You can see it on Instagram like crazy. Sweet. What's your go-to pizza spot? Oh, man. If you're in the Valley, there is only one choice, but they're only open on Fridays and Saturdays. And this Super Bowl Sunday. Wow, there is a peacock of brilliantness behind you. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I love it. I'm such a nerd.
It's called Weirdos. Weird Dough, D-O-U-G-H. And they're on Instagram. I would definitely check them out. You got to go get it yourself. And everything about it is weird. You go to a movie location from Lethal Weapon 2 to go pick it up. No joke. And they run it out to you. You go drive it. It's a bunch of garage bays, and you go up to the one that has the red light hanging. It's really funny.
That is so amazing.
It's awesome. It's truly, you feel like you're in on something. You like the days of speakeasies, and look at this. Who could take it seriously? It's amazing. Cut to the wide. Yep. There we go. Here we are. This is Late Night Playset. It's a fun time. And it keeps my wife smiling, and you guys don't understand. That's not always easy. It's a long story, happy to share, right? Pizza Spawn. Love it. Sweet. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up here. Waving at Reed Minor. Skip Plus. You could have an Instagram cam set up next to your YouTube cam. Yes. Agree, Skip Plus. The only issue then is that I can't do this. I can't interact with it, and I can't touch it if somebody wants to join. Like if you wanted to join right now, do you? Then I couldn't reach it. We ran into that the other day when we had a guest in here. Hail Marys. Shit, I bet that's relevant to what I was saying before. Then you could read and answer posts on a device on your desk. Oh, shit. I'm the one who's behind here. Everyone loves lasers. I'll head up there this Friday. Great. STF996 joined. CS3.4L joined. Could be a capital I. Your guess is as good as mine. I worked on the show Lethal Weapon. Oh, the show Lethal Weapon. No kidding. That's funny. This was the second movie when I don't remember why they're going to visit Leanne, the daughter, at work. She's on a movie shoot or something. But when they pull up, there's a robbery or something going down. So Mel Gibson loses his shit and like crashes the whole thing and gets the bad guy and's got the gun out and everything. And then, cut! Because of course it was her commercial. But it's all at that same intersection. Idle Hour is there now. It's a famous bar restaurant thing, shaped like a barrel. I know that was weird. Shaped like a barrel. Oh, and I forgot YouTube over here. Gosh darn it. I mean, we're going, but I always forgot to dial it up. Sometimes there's people there. Sorry if there's anybody there. Get into it. So that's where Weirdo's Pizza is, yeah. You know, this is funny. My mother, she's in my head right now because we had a conversation the other day because things are still going well. How about that? Hey.
That's amazing.
We had a conversation the other day where she said, you're so good. No matter who chimed in, you had something to say about it. And I was like, well, is that good or annoying or what is that? And she's like, no, that's really good for a talk show host. You're well versed, or she's saying stuff like that. And so now I'm thinking to myself, like every time I see a name, I'm like, well, do I have something to say about that? Well, do I have something? Just shut up.
Yeah, you're overthinking a bit.
I did wave at Fueled by Passion. Dude, there's TJ Navy. Dude, I say that every time because, you know what? I'll go back to that because that involves cars too. When I first got into video games, like car driving video games, was with Kaz, the East Coast feed, and this guy, Dude, Tim. It was Gran Turismo 1 on PlayStation 1 back in those days. And in fact, I'm fairly certain that when PlayStation 2 came out, and that was the ungettable thing that year, he and I got them together at Circuit City, dating myself, if PlayStation 2 didn't do it, Circuit City in Danbury, Connecticut. Is that right, Tim? Do I have that right? Is that memory correct? I know some of it's definitely right. I'm pretty sure. And just because we're an encyclopedia of my life and brain, that Circuit City, when I was a kid, was Bowlerama. And that's where I learned to bowl on Saturday mornings when I had a little bowling league. Yep, he says, yep. Tim says, yep, that's the story. And that Circuit City, I always thought it was funny. They tore down my bowling alley. It was like a bowling alley for 50 years to put up a Circuit City that lasted, 10 years? Not even? And a Borders Books. That was the other one.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Borders didn't last long.
Is anything in either of those stores anymore? Other than like Halloween Madness for 1 month or whatever? You know how they kind of move in?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was Nobody Beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz.
That was one of those temporary?
No, it was permanent. But when it went out of business, they all got taken over by like seasonal places, like every Halloween store. Halloween Spirit.
Yeah.
All of those places.
There was, when I was a kid, there was the month-long Christmas ornament sale place.
Oh, yeah. Christmas tree shops.
Yeah.
Was it that one? We had that too.
We had that and an ornament one. Like, there was a lot of those temporary places.
The ornament place, wasn't it called Christmas tree shops? Like literally plural, as in...
Oh, maybe.
And it was open year-round, and it was all Victorian shit, and it smelled like pine trees, and...
Yeah.
The old ladies were dressed up in the stuff.
You're reminding me why I didn't go a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Our childhood. What do you guys want to talk about? Anybody have any questions and or comments, or should I ask you some? Because I've got questions and comments. for you, the audience. What do you think of that? McRib? Did I? Oh, look at that. I did. I waved at McRib. I didn't even realize it. McRib, I would think, would be a very difficult name to get on Instagram. You're dating yourself. High Octane Classics. I know. PlayStation. Well, because what is it? 4 or 5? 5 is out now, right? Was it the 5th one that just came out over Christmas? I know we got Xbox X. How did you two meet? Oh, that's so cute. It's just not a very sweet story, though. I'm happy to tell it. I'm happy to tell it if anybody actually cares. I bet many on this fall in that age group, me included. Oh, that's what I felt, too. Thank you, Dorian. Well, you're spreading the good vibes, too. You're making me feel good back. Thank you, buddy. All right, Ariana. It was Memorial Day. Brent Combs is here. Hi, Brent. It was Memorial Day, 2010, and I was living on the East Coast, but I was in Los Angeles very frequently doing events and car-related things with the DeLorean Time Machine, which continued to live in LA even while I spent a little bit of time back east. And my friend, boy, I don't know how all this worked. My friend owned a bar, and that bar had a burlesque show, and that burlesque show had the head of that burlesque show invited me to a Memorial Day party at her house. It wasn't anything, there was no interest. It was truly a friendly. But I was at a Memorial Day party with a bunch of burlesque dancers in Silver Lake, Los Feliz area. And I was supposed to meet up with an old friend, a producer on Everybody Hates Chris, later that night. Because again, I don't live here at the time, so I am. Again, I'm telling tell our YouTube audience as well. I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't live here at the time, so I'm seeing everybody I can, trying to cram it all in, so to speak. Oh boy, that's terrible. Trying to do it all, and so my friend, who I'm supposed to meet up with later, says I get a text from her when we're kind of putting things together, and I hadn't heard from her or whatever, so I was kind of like the equivalent of "Are we still on?" And I got the equivalent of "Oh shit, yeah, wait, hang on, I'll get back to you," blah blah blah. And it was like I found out she's at her friend's house. So the friend I was going to go see is our mutual friend. Now, I didn't know who Nicole was. Somehow, we both worked on Everybody Hates Chris and didn't know each other because I worked on the show and she was Chris Rock's PR person. So we didn't have a whole lot of overlap because I was doing the stuff that you then went out and like you were the next step. So we one thing led to another. And was like, well, do you mind if he just comes here? And she's like, who the hell's this guy? Yeah, whatever. You're not driving, so bring him over here. And so I did. I went and picked up some bottles of wine, and I went to her house, having never met her before because of this mutual friend, and we didn't hit it off at all from the moment I got there. Starting from the type of food that they ordered, they said, "We're getting C&O. What do you want?" I said, "Anything. This is my restaurant." I literally used to practically own that place, so anything on that menu is fine with me. Plus, tell them it's for me, and they'll tell you what he want. Like they'll just put some stuff together for you. I was Norm at that place. I was Norm. Like, well, oh, yeah. So I said anything, and when I got there, there was Indian food. C&O is an Italian restaurant on the beach in Venice. There was some Indian food. So that's the one food I don't like, but it doesn't matter because I'm the guest. Like, I'm not going to make us think about it. It doesn't matter, but it is weird. It's definitely weird. And I'm not a big fan of the microwave myself. Call it PTSD from my childhood, but it's just not my favorite tool to make food, especially food that you paid a fortune for from some restaurant that made it in ovens and pans and everything else. And she insisted on heating my food up that wasn't even that cold to begin with. And I said, no, I really don't want that. And she's like, no, it's going to just take a minute. I was like, I don't, does it matter that I don't want it that way? Like, no, you're going to get it. Like all sorts of stuff like that. People don't know this, They think I run the show.
Yeah.
Now maybe a little bit.
I was quite controlling and aggressive.
I got to find that video of you yelling at me on the roof of that place in Playa del Rey. You threatening to kill me and stuff because of the broken glass that you broke. But I was videotaping, you pick it up, and you're like, stop recording. I'll fucking kill you.
Oh,
Jay, seriously, I'm pissed off. And
I
everybody
put
else
you
was
through a
laughing
lot.
so hard.
I put you through a lot.
Oh, it's amazing. So there you go, Ariana. And by the end of the night, we were watching Adventures in Babysitting. And that made things better. Well, it was good enough that we ended up together, obviously. So it can't be that much of a disaster. But the truth is, that first night was a damn disaster. I didn't enjoy most of it. It was great to see my friend. And then the other thing was to keep up with these guys. You had to drink so much. Not even just to get a word in, but to like match the energy level to coexist. Because they wouldn't, you wouldn't, it wasn't about the amount you were drinking, but like whatever that energy ball was, you couldn't possibly disturb it.
Similarly, even though we both lived in town, we didn't see each other frequently. So when we were together, it was like, get everything out.
Yeah. Oh, she was going through a breakup at the time, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of emotional factors as well.
It was
But-
really heavy.
So there you go, Ariana. It was a very weird bunch of circumstances that threw us together, as are all of my stories, right?
Kind of how it
But
goes.
hang on. You buried the lead. So you left the burlesque party to go to... Yes, I did. But it wasn't for her. But it ended up being. Hi, Steve. Marty. James. Getting good at this. J Globe. J Globe. See it? Oh, you don't see it. Damn it. There you go. Yeah, see, if I leave that up, then I can actually talk, and then neither one. Yeah, all right. Learning. Hey, auto amateur. Well, that's the other thing that makes this fun is that, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Love that story. Thanks. I cut out the other parts. We all drank too much, so we all stayed over, and for the three of us, and she was supposed to take a flight somewhere the next day.
New York.
Yeah, to New York, and her thing kept going off, and I'm not used to alarm clocks at all. Like everything was weird, and everyone was like, whatever, calling the other. It's not one of those stories. Don't worry, it wasn't like a first night kind of situation. We definitely weren't that, but she definitely. We all drank too much and had too much fun for her to make her flight to New York, and it was a work thing. And then the amazing thing was because I'm this guy with this kind of luck. The flight she missed got canceled after she missed it.
And rebooked. It was all done.
It was all done by the time she got, ahead of it.
By the time I put my head on, it was already rebooked for the next day.
So cool. Craig C. Chen's here. Uh-oh. I don't want to report anybody. Sorry, whoever I almost reported. Hi, Craig C. Chen. Kayla, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? Well, I think, because I mentioned weirdos before, it just popped it into my mind that maybe we'll do weirdos pizza, and just because I don't care about the game or the food. I hate to be such a nonconformist because I don't mean to be, and it's not like I intend to be. It just I tend to go wherever the crowd is, and the Super Bowl is not my thing. Never has been. Indy 500, I might make plans. Oh, let's watch the race, or we'll TiVo it and watch it later or something. Super Bowl, I never cared. I would like to say this comment out loud from Skip Plus. Mrs. Ryan has the best laugh on planet Earth.
Oh, thanks, Skip.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
Steve, yeah, there's a Super Bowl. I'm with you, buddy, for real. It's okay. My Steelers are out. My aunts love the Steelers. My aunts, plural, because that's how that works. My aunts, Barb and Kelly. My married aunts.
Tom Brady's in it again, yeah?
God, is that why they were talking about it on Sunday?
Probably.
Oh, my
With
gosh.
Tampa Bay.
Never even got to the hellos. I wanted to talk about that. Sunday was, that was Saturday, wasn't it, at the Malibu Kitchen? Mm-hmm. Either way, that was fun, too, listening to the locals. It was like the old days, listening to the locals just
awesome.
just go at it. Sean Lindauer was with us. It was very, very fun. He and I retelling the story the next day at the Magnus thing was so funny. Oh, my God, it was great because it brought it all back, and he remembered the stuff I forgot and vice versa. It was so great. So great. Brady, High Octane Classics. I'm from New England, and I was never a Patriots fan. I would have leaned Giants mainly because my friends, again, see, that's when I couldn't stand going against the grain. So I was like, fine, you want me to vote blue? I'll vote blue.
I only know him because I went to college with him.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't
Literally,
really.
like same years.
Yeah. He was a walk-on. Like, he wasn't drafted.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't even know what that means.
He.
I would have thought, no, to me, that's like offer only. Like, he didn't have to audition.
No, he had to try harder, like, in school than other people who already had scholarships. So I partied with him. I went to parties with him a lot.
And he's in Florida now?
Yeah.
So Kayla says, I'm from Florida and never a Dolphins fan. Oh, he's a Dolphin, I guess. Is that right?
Tampa
like Ace
Bay?
Ventura? Oh, I see. Tampa Bay. But Dolphins, that's Miami. I have a funny Patriot story. Remind me when I see you next. Well, why don't you tell it on the show? Not now. I mean, like when you're here.
When you're a guest.
Yeah. TJ Navy says correct. Oh, on the blue. I'm going for the Giants. Yeah, that's 100% true. He's one of the people. Him and Kaz for sure. Good Lord. It's the same thing with you guys in the drinking. Like, I didn't have the energy to go up against other people's. It's, if you can't beat them, join them. It's that. I was that my whole life. It turned out I just needed new friends. Who don't make you, rise to that occasion. Oh, I know the Gronk too. I worked with the Gronk. How do you know the Gronk, Kayla? Because he's a Patriot. Wasn't he a Patriot? I worked with him at the Patriots.
I thought so. He signed a ball for you.
I wonder if I got a picture of that. Well, while Kayla lines up her answer. I think I deleted a bunch of stuff. It's probably one of them because I would not have considered that important. And it is not. That's okay. Good. Just Back joined. I lived in Mass. Oh, that's the other thing, Kayla. I'm really impressed with your tool skills. You clearly are skilled at tools, like power tools, like grinders, cutting wheels, stuff like that. I was very impressed watching your video. I mean, I know how to do some of that stuff, but watching you work with the fiberglass was impressive. I know how to make it, but she was like cutting it apart. It was very, very cool.
Fiberglass is tricky, right? You can't
It's really tough
mess up anything.
when you're making it, yeah.
Kudos.
My friend introduced us when we had GI surgery here, and we all became... when he had GI surgery here, and we all became friends. That's so cute. That's so funny. Yeah, we went to his house. I had to shoot a thing for ESPN, I guess, right? It must have been ESPN. Mm-hmm. And we went to his house up in Connecticut. It wasn't Connecticut. It was Foxborough. No, Massachusetts. Right over the border, though. Foxborough, Massachusetts. I don't know that that's where he lived, but he was really close. He did live close to the stadium, and I think the stadium was in Foxborough. Was that true, Patriots fans? To the guy who sports ball, I don't know shit. She's a certified welder. Well, I can't wait to see you work with metal then, but what you were doing with the fiberglass and everything was very impressive. And you definitely knew your way around tool. Well, I guess that, yeah, you're right. Grinding, of course. Yeah, of course, you definitely know how to do all that stuff. That makes sense. Why do you know how to do all that stuff? What were you doing before? I don't know why I'm interviewing you now. All of that entire exchange, I heard my mother in my head. But not her voice. I just heard me sounding like her.
Progress, man. That's.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
Got a jet. Stay awesome. You too. Thanks, Steve. So awesome. Front place for Tampa Bay, too. Front place for? Oh, Gronk. Gronk. He does? I thought he retired.
So did I. Did
I
you
put up a post when he retired, which is very rare for me to put a post. And I posted that ball and then the shoot that we were on in his basement.
I remember that.
In his gym. Being from Florida, I work a lot with fiberglass. Oh, I bet on cars. Yeah, sure. Where in New England did you grow up? If that's for me, I grew up in Connecticut. I grew up just outside Manhattan in Fairfield County, Connecticut. I'm not as good as Ant. Oh, well. I mean, we've all got to strive. Weed Grammed joined. Hi, Weed Grammed. What's up? Waving at you. I started out working on T-tops for boats. Wow. Boat fiberglass is crazy. Retired and came back. Who's Henry? Henry, what are you talking about, Henry? Oh, Gronk. He was the one who Gronk retired and came back. Shit.
That's nuts.
Great Eye joined. Hi, Great Eyed. Wino111. What does that mean? Great Eye Y. Oh, Y number 111. Wino T-Bone. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. Yeah, sorry, Henry. No, you were on top of things. I'm just a little. There's so much going on that I'm just automatically behind. No matter what, I'm behind. As Mrs. Ryan used to say, behind the 8 ball. I used to never like, because to me that was the impossible shot. You were just behind generally. But I guess everything in her life was the impossible shot in those days. Tim Top. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan. Hi, Tim Top on YouTube. And Skip Ploss says, top of the evening, folks. Hi, Skip Ploss. You're over there, too. I love that he keeps us honest by going to both of the things.
Me too. I love getting to know him. He's fantastic.
I just realized that we've gone 40-something minutes here. I wasn't paying any attention. I'm just doing this.
It went fast.
Sorry, everybody. Gosh. Gronk came back when Brady went. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I mean, I know nothing about sports. Nothing.
That never happens.
The funny thing about, I used to get all these jobs, all these production jobs, producing for sports stuff. Well, you guys, I just told you the Kobe Bryant story the other day, last time on the show. I got hired randomly by Nike to drive Kobe Bryant in the DeLorean, which was me and Kobe Bryant, like one of the biggest athletes of all time. I kept that streak up by then working with, there was the Gronk. I know nothing about sports. I'm going to say it again, and I know nothing about football other than like weird rules. Like whenever they do something, I have to understand it, otherwise I can't be in the room while it's occurring. So like hockey, I know what icing means, and I know how to count offsides and stuff like that. Football, I get down, then I get all the weird timings and stuff. But man, to watch the teams and root for one, keep it. I get to work with Gronk. I get put on that job, and there was another one with who's the best guy in basketball? Steph Curry.
And
did one with Steph Curry,
brother, yeah,
and his brother, but Steph was the bigger of the two at the time. And somebody else too. I can't remember who. What would it have been? Some other sports thing. Oh, and another oh my God! All of the basketball. The Dr. J and Moses Malone and I can't remember who the new people were. Anthony Davis. And anyway, tons of people. I think they hire me to work with these people because they know, like, it'll never come up. It just won't be a problem. I won't be that guy. And you didn't even talk cars in 40 minutes. I'm doing it now. No, I told the watch story was sort of a car story. It had to do with my 944 Turbo breaking down when I was 19 and didn't know any better. So I left my Rolex in the side pocket and paid $1,400 for a tune-up and an alternator. True story. I know because I was stuck there. All right, these are the days. This is also true. This will cement how true this story is because nobody would make up these details. That timeshare I mentioned, I was there, and my mother and my girlfriend at the time, Sarah, they left. The truth is, it was a timeshare with Phyllis and her old boyfriend Bob, right? So they co-owned it. So they shared the time. We were supposed to leave, but I didn't. Get it? So I am then there with Bob and Nancy, very nice people, but we're like going out to dinner and stuff. Here's the deal. Back then, my bank wasn't in Newport, right? It was Connecticut National Bank or whatever the heck it was. So the only money, and I was a kid, I had no credit card. So the only money I had access to was in my bank, my credit card, my debit card, ATM card, whatever. But there was a max on how much you could take out. You could only take out $500 a day. And no matter who you called at what bank, there was nothing to change it. Cut to, I had to stay for 3 days while I made enough money from the ATM machine, and they bought dinner every night because I couldn't spend any money or I wouldn't have the money for the tune-up or the money for the work done. I forgot all of that stuff until tonight talking about it, but it's all totally true.
That is so funny. You couldn't just go to any ATM then, right?
No, you
had to
could.
go-
You could, but that was but it's your bank that limits the
Only-
amount. It's not the ATM. So
Right.
no matter, I tried that. I totally tried that. In fact, that I thought
course
would be
you
my
did.
saving grace. Yeah, no, it didn't work at all. And that's when I got on the phone with the banks. It was ridiculous. It was so embarrassing. But it all worked out. Hi, Deb, Corsa PR gal. Deb from Singer. We know her from Singer Vehicle Design. And she also is going to get us some very cool guests coming up soon. I don't know if I should tell you yet because it's not booked, but we're working on it. Yeah, let's talk about that High Speed Classics. Good call. I did see Magnus's new show, and well, we talk about the next big thing a lot, but let's talk about the new episode the other day. Hi, Deb's waving back. I love it. The Viper episode is great, and in it is Busy Moto, who we just finally got to meet and spend time with the other
That
day, which was
guy's-
very, very nice. And he's going to be a guest on the show soon, which is very cool, as well as Sean Lee from Purist Group. Both of those guys will be coming in soon. In the next couple weeks. Looking forward. Yes, thank you, Deb. I am too. Can I say, Deb? Can I say the junior? I'm dying to, just because the name is so impressive to me. We'll see what she says. I don't want to screw it up. Knowing your old life and knowing that she works in it still, like I know the plates you're spinning.
Boundaries are important.
And Age Page Wave. Yeah, High Octane Classics. I love the new show. My only complaint, she gave thumbs up. Vasek Pollock Jr. will be
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be satellite because I don't think they're in town how it works. And maybe Rex McAfee will be back as well, which would be fun.
That would be great. Thanks,
Yeah.
Deb.
Very, very cool. And we love Rex, of course, from SoCal 356. Mm-hmm. How was the new Top Gear America? Dude, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. We haven't had a chance to watch it yet. We got to get caught up.
I just saw their poster today, the launch poster with the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's fun. I watched a bunch of their stuff, their little promos and whatever they put on YouTube. It's fun. Busy is really great and shares technology and card tricks. Super down to earth, too. Totally agree. He was amazing. When he came over to us to say hello, he was like he came over with a hug, like no one could touch, but he came over with that type of energy. He embraced the group.
Yeah.
Super cool. Rod Emery. Hi, Rod Emery. How is your hand, brother? Oh, I knew you would be fine, but man, it broke my heart to see that when he was going in to have his stuff put back together. He's all good, and a thumbs up to prove it. I love that. Welcome back. He had a little yard sale over at the shop the other day. Got rid of some old equipment. Good stuff.
Nice.
Kayla joined in. Hi, Rod. Have to go to a meeting with a race team. Wish me luck. I'll DM you. Awesome. Sounds good, Kayla. Have fun. Skip Plus. Currently, Top Gear America is only available on the Motor Trend app. Currently. But in speaking to Sean Winograd, one of the producers on that show, he thinks that it may make its way to the Discovery schedule as well. I think it may depend on how it does. I don't know how it all works. Good night, Kayla. Looking forward to seeing you here soon. And loving your YouTube channel. Everybody check out The Car Girl on YouTube. Kayla just put up her second video for her build. It's very cool. Hey, I saw you in Amelia Hartford video. Yes. We spent the day together inadvertently that time. Mm-hmm. I did her podcast. She did the Smoking Tires podcast, and I was the Zach that day. I was guest directing, co-hosting, whatever that is, producing. And then she did a bunch of videos there that day as well. So we were inadvertently in some of them, just in the background and stuff. It was cool to see Nicole, though. See you in the lounge. That was fun.
Matt came in and was like, "We're filming. Do you mind?" Go to town, buddy.
Yeah, she was very cool. In fact, we asked her to be a guest on the show when we met her, and she said yes, she would love to. I Instagrammed her, but I have a feeling that is buried AF. So next time I see Matt, I was going to ask him to not give me your number, but like, hey, could you just pass on? Pass on. Yeah, we've got some great guests coming up, too. Speaking of which, I'll just tell you now. Thursday, Byron Bowers will be here in studio. excited about that. Byron was one of our first guests when this show first started, when it was, not this show, but Life with the Ryans, when it was just a dining room table. And in the teens, he was like episode 13 or something like that, very, very early on. So we're going to be really excited to have him back.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait.
And on that show, he said, I'll see you again when I get up 9/11. I'll have 9/11. And it was like, I'm sure you will. Of course you will. But I didn't expect him to then just slide into my DMs one day and be like, you rolling today? Or she goes, you riding today? And I was like, yeah. It was a Friday up to Breakfast Club. I was like, yeah, of course, every Friday. And he shows up with a 9/11. And he's now Rolling Coffee Bean, if you follow him on Instagram. Rolling Coffee Bean. Got the macadamia nut.
It's
9/11.
pretty. It's a pretty car.
So Byron Bowers will be here. He is a stand-up comedian, incredibly talented. You definitely would know him if you popped him up on YouTube now. And he is a very talented actor as well. I can't remember the name of his show off the top of my head, but he had a show that he was on a couple years ago when he was on last time, and it was doing well. I can't remember what the show was now though. I think he got written off it or whatever. Not him, but you know what I mean. I think the character was no longer, so it sort of escaped me. But him and Zach Clappin will be in next week, assuming everything goes well with his back, assuming that's all good, but he's on the calendar.
That's the Smoking Tire guy, yeah?
Yep, exactly. The co-host of the Smoking Tire, also
awesome.
Co-creator of all the videos, and he's his own person, too. Producer.
I like to remind myself where I know people, but I love running into him.
Especially now. You guys got canes to
cane
compare.
buddies.
Yeah. Well, I guess you don't have a cane anymore. You graduated to the chair usually when you see him, but still.
Still, it's all encompassing.
1983. Hi, Tom. Good to see you, Tom. I love you. Love you and Jeannie. Did Jeannie like the flowers? Never asked. Never got to see you last week. We were snowed out. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that. Snowed out at Breakfast Club. Woo! Snowed out.
It was thick.
It was thick. It was thick. We said on the show we were probably going to cancel it. We definitely did. Once we saw it in the morning, it was like, no way. Woke up at 5:30 to thunder and lightning down here at the base. Like, keep it. Phyllis joined. We talked all about you earlier. You'll have to rewind. Hi, Phyllis. That's Jay's mom, for anybody paying attention at home. And I'm Jay, for anybody. Hi, yes, she loved them. Thank you. Timing was perfect for her birthday. Well done. Yeah, well. Hannah Elliott played a very nice role in that by sending them to us. Uh-oh, here we go. Who's ready for it? I am. Going live. We'll see if it works. Did it work? Oh, Danbury Chive's here too. Now we'll have to see who beats. It might be... I bet Phyllis didn't think that I would accept it. Ah, she declined. Yeah! One for the kid. All right. Woo! Danbury Chive, why don't you chime in? Can you join? We can talk about Philby. You can tell a Philby story. Sarah Roy, we just told a story about you. Wow, this is weird. My life is nuts. Sarah Roy is the girl that I was saying that we drove in when the car broke down in Newport, Rhode Island, and that's how I lost the watch and everything. It's so funny. Skip Floss, hi Phyllis, because of course they know each other. Skip, I don't know if you'll know this or not, but my dad and Phil Burns used to be bar buddies down at Portofino. They used to hang out and close that joint down. So I don't know if you, like Phil Burns and the rest of the Wilton Theater group knew my mom pretty well. In fact, I once introduced her to some adult people I knew as my father's ex-wife. Oh, and this is my father's ex-wife. I really did. I meant it too. So funny. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Going live with Danbury Chive. Live at 5 here in the Playset. It is 6:55 here in the PM. No, 5:55 here in the PM. If you're here on the West Coast. Holy crap! It says holy crap.
There he is.
Oh, I love you. It's so good to see your face.
Holy crap, it's a crapple. Oh, jeez. I never thought of it that way. What's up, pal? This is the Danbury Chive live, everybody. He's really live.
What you kids doing in the studio?
What do you mean?
Because you know what we're doing out here? Lots of snow.
Oh, hang on.
Lots of snow.
Oh, well, all right. I was about to play your videos. Why don't I play them with you on the line here? It's a great time to check in with the East Coast feed. We have him here on the line live, but I have a feeling we'll go to some previously recorded material here. Checking in with Danbury Chive. Danbury Chive in the East Coast feed. Roll it, Hal.
Mr. and Mrs. Ryan, just wanted to bring you a little East Coast feed
Live
from the
snow.
fucking blizzard 2021. Say hi, Yachty. We're all headed home. It's 1 o'clock. We've been here since 7 because, you know, this is what you want to deal with. This lot of fucking cars in the goddamn blizzard. So, you know, we're going to go home. It's supposed to snow until tomorrow afternoon? Some shit like that. It's supposed to snow for like 2 fucking days. All I know is it's a lot. As you can see with all the cars in the lot, they're looking kind of buried, but we're getting there. And I'm going home. Send you some East Coast love. Later, kids.
Yeah. That was only part 1. Uh-oh, video ended. Why? Oh. I hate when that happens. Wonder what I did. What do I do? All right, well, we'll start it up again. Discard. It's a real wrench in the gears every time that happens, though, isn't it? When you think you're going, oh, well, Danbury Chive will come back in here, I'm sure of it. Sometimes the internet just goes, oh, I wonder if I opened my phone? Did I? That's what did it. I bet. No. Whatever.
Technology.
Okay. That was 1. Let's do the other one before we get out of here. Part 1 and part 2 of East Coast Feed. Roll it out.
East Coast Feed Part 2. Blizzard 2021, February. So, left work at 1 o'clock, which is awesome. Rarely ever happens. We get to leave early. I just want to give you a quick little look to see what it looks like from home in a blizzard in the greater downtown Danbury area. Now, keep in mind, we're in a condo, thank God, because I don't fucking shovel. It works out great. And the cars are in the garage, so you're not going to see them out there either, which is awesome. But I want to let's take a little look outside. Come on, let's go look there. Here we go. There it is. There it is. There we go. Okay. And this is what Danbury looks like in a fucking blizzard. As you can see, they've already plowed. You can't tell. They've plowed a couple of times. But, yeah, they plowed, and there's our stairs, and you can't even see my tracks from when I came in earlier, and that's it. Look at the car is buried over there. Yeah, Mr. Ryan and Mrs. Ryan. I'm sure you guys really miss this. You know, that's what it is. So here we are in the bathroom because it's the highest point, so you can see Danbury, and that's it. All right, want to give you guys some random love. Blizzard 2021.
Oh, that's good stuff. Danbury Chive, where'd you go, buddy? Sorry. I don't know what happened there.
So much snow.
I know. It's so good. I love it. All right, so we got that out of the way. There's viewer mail, but yeah, you know what? I do want to do it today. And also, I never got to tell anybody about St. Clair Insurance, which is really important that I do. So I'm going to. And I want to make sure everybody's here for it. There we go. They're starting to come back. It's a shame when you wipe everybody out. Everybody was there and back to zero again. It's like when you're spinning the wheel. It's like lose a turn. It's not bankrupt, but no, it is. It's like hitting bankrupt, and then you gotta,
all clear.
Free spin. We did talk a little bit about cars this evening, and that is good because Haggerty insures cars, and I want to tell you about Haggerty and St. Clair Insurance. They say all that separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What's so funny?
It's funny because it's true.
You're funny because you're true. Okay. They say all that separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. Talking about car insurance, of course. And by toys, I mean the cars that we all love and drive.
All the pretty ones.
St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. CoverageForYourToys.com.
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 I'm not going to try to.
Oh. CoverageForYourToys.com. Check out St. Clair Insurance. Check out Jeff Sinclair. I'm telling you, it's a win-win. You can't lose. It doesn't cost more money. You get a personal concierge when something goes wrong. It's a win-win. win. I'm telling you. I didn't say lose before, did I? Thank God. Whew. Win-win. St. Clair Insurance. Check them out. CoverageForYourToys.com. On the same hand, Mrs. Letterman. Because I heard myself. That was embarrassing. I want to tell you about this. I don't know if you realized it. This is our anniversary of the show. It was 3 years ago that we sat down and said, let's try something. Let's have a conversation with our buddy Derek Whitaker.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Coincidentally, 39 years ago, David Letterman. Late Night with David Letterman premiered. This would have been yesterday, by the way, February 1st. But
I saw the post. That's
for both
really
of us.
Cool.
Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. So it's been on my card here to mention the whole time, as well as to thank Magnus and Hannah for the awesome Cars and Coffee the other day down at Verve. We had a blast. It was a great, chill, awesome hang.
It was one of the best times I've had in a while, and it was great to see Hannah. I love her.
Who?
Hannah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone else, obviously, but Hannah for sure. The cat.
What's the matter, man? You want to?
Yeah, Matt wants to go inside.
You want to go? It's not an exit. Excuse me, everybody. Just a moment.
That kitty cat is so old.
There we go.
Adorable. You're adorable, buddy. I love her.
She was sleeping on the couch. I thought I had time. Okay. Cruise into wellness. That's what I want to tell you about. Mrs. Letterman. What the hell that was. Very embarrassing. Other than don't look at something while you're trying to... Oh, gee whiz. Here we are. We're over here. Don't look at something while you're trying to read and say something else. Need a lift lately? 2021 has been... It's been interesting. How do you feel?
It started off a little inconsistent,
Well,
but we'll see.
We're 1/12 into 2021, so that's why we're doing the check-in. But I've got a solution for you. We think it's a little weird, too. Not the solution. The solution is awesome. The ailment is weird. Need a lift lately? Cruise into a healthy 2021 with Cruise into Wellness CBD. The cruise is with a Z. CruiseIntoWellness.com. I had a lovely conversation with our buddy Rob today from Cruise into Wellness. Told him what we need to send you, and also we were talking about other things. He's going to be coming down soon, so he will be on the show soon here in person, which will be really fun. Bruce Brown's here. Hi, Bruce Brown. Martina Kwan. Hi, Martina Kwan. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Oh my gosh, it's so great to see you. Martina Kwan, would you come back? I miss you. Chris Kluhl. Hi, man. That's so great. I'm sorry this is the one you're seeing. Oh, man. He's got his own great podcast. Is it? I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to say Overcrust Podcast, but I feel like... Anyway, check him out. He's awesome. And the other stuff. Cruise into Wellness. He's going to be here in person, and he's also got some other things coming up. He's got some other new products coming out. I was right. Cool. He met with some good people, had some good meetings.
That's awesome.
I was wrong about the convention. What year is it? You can't have a convention. I was totally wrong about that. But they are still having meetings and virtual things. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'll be going to convention. It's a trade show.
That's a lot of people.
Even in Vegas, you can't do that.
Even in Vegas, that's not. I thought that was allowed.
Trade shows? No, I don't think so. Not right now. I don't. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Gatherings, Vegas to me just seems like gatherings everywhere, and I can't understand anything.
But their motto doesn't work when it comes to COVID. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like, if you get COVID in Vegas, and I think it comes home with you. I think everybody knows. I think your secret's out of the bag.
Where'd you get that? Vegas.
Yeah, great. We did the fog machine, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
Viewer mail. I wanted to do that, but we're already over. Do you care?
A little bit.
Let's do it Thursday.
Okay.
Let's do it Thursday. I know what they are. I know what they both are, but let's do it Thursday. We'll do it Thursday when Byron's here.
Cool.
We'll look all fancy when we open our cool gifts on the air.
Every little bit.
Well, whatever. We'll talk about it later. Did we do anything? Did we talk about cars at all? I feel badly about that. Jeffrey Scott, Michael Baton, Just Back. Just Back. Is Just Back Justin? Does it stand for Justin? And are you the one with the Rolls Royce? I can never remember who's got what. I've got to get faces. I got screen names and cars. I'm pretty good matching them. But then putting the faces with the car and the screen name is still hard for me.
It's a lot.
And tying a name to it is the really difficult part. I'm still working on that.
I just saw you were there, the conversation about remembering names this past weekend. It's like people have multiple cars and multiple handles and names. Like, I give up.
It is Justin. He says, yep. And because I still don't know, and this is going to be embarrassing, but it's Put Yourself Out There Tuesday. Are you the one we were having a conversation with on Saturday at the Malibu Kitchen? Because we couldn't figure it out. We were like, I know that guy. He's been up to Breakfast Club, and I just couldn't remember. Did you buy a BMW E36 convertible? Somebody did. And somebody was very nice. They were so polite. They were like, do you mind if I hang out? I'm like, no. Have a seat. And then he goes, so which one of the... He didn't actually say whack pack like Howard Stern, but he was like, so which one of the cast of characters is he, referring to Sean Lindauer? I was like, oh, that's Sean Lindauer. Yes, that was me. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. We're putting things together instead of tearing them apart. All right, so you're Justin, and I think I took a picture of you in the Rolls once or something behind you, and that's how we got connected, something like that. I was behind you on pulling into the lot or something. This would be great if I'm getting my memory back, because like the Tim thing from PlayStation 2 and Gran Turismo, that was cool that worked out. And then the all those Newport, Rhode Island, that stuff was crazy. I love Newport, Rhode Island, by the way. If anybody gets a chance to go to Newport, Rhode Island, I bet you won't like it, because I do. I tend to like stuff most people don't.
Silly question. Have we been there? Did we go there after Mystic Pizza?
We did go there. I don't know if it was the same day, but definitely the same trip.
Okay.
And it's where we, I don't think that's the only time we've been there, but it's totally possible. But it was very, very late. We hung out with Michael K.
I remember.
And there was a lot of drinking involved. Believe it or not, the drinking days.
Surprise. I do.
Yeah, I think I took you to Zelda's to do the ring game. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I know I drove you around to show you like Ocean Drive and show you the mansions and stuff, and I know you fell asleep, and then I drove us back to Connecticut. Anyone race car party it last weekend? Anyone race car party it last weekend? Ooh, I need help with that one. I don't know what that means. Anyone race car party it last weekend? Anyone race car party by last weekend? If? Currently careless. Used to own 1074 Carrera, one of 500 white and orange. 1974, 914, 57th, 94. Oh, gosh, one of those stats. It's the 57th, 914 6 built in 1970. Is that the 57th orange one or the 57th overall? Bruce Brown says, thanks to Specialized ECU Repair, you did my 996 Turbo 3 years ago. Still perfect. Well, that's a good shout out to Specialized ECU Repair. Willow Springs Raceway says, one vintage. Okay. Jeffrey Scott says, and a 1978 SC before. Jeffrey, if I can call you Jeffrey, are you listing off your cars right now? Are these the cars that you own? Skip Plus, dude, the Brick Alley Pub is one of the places I for sure would mention. It's my absolute favorite daytime place, without a doubt. Great clam chowder. You love the Brick Alley Pub too. We've definitely gone there. Okay. Oh, we did. We did go back in the daytime because we went. We had. Boy, could it have been the same day? No, but we went and had lunch with Ingrid at the Brick Alley Pub upstairs.
I remember that part.
All before the divide, yes. All before divide, yes. Did you have a divorce? What's happening? Why am I confused? 1979, 14.6 was... Willow Springs Raceway was where the race car party was. I got it. I couldn't read it right before, but I got it. There was an event called Race Car Party. It's not a race car party, although it was a race car party, but it was called Race Car Party.
Okay.
Was anybody else there other than Dorian, One Vintage? Joshua Spitzer. Hello. We need a plan B for GVBC due to weather. No. I mean, in almost 4 years, it's never happened. This was the first time. Usually we get as close as we could have. And we could have this time, too. The truth is we could have made it all the way to Newcomb's this time. We found out. The issue is the parking lot, and then what do you do when you get there? Like, it's freezing cold. The last time when we did that snow video, Newcomb's was open. So you get up there, like, oh, okay, let's get up there. But then it's Grandma's house. They got the fire going inside, and you get warm food and a hot cup of coffee and camaraderie. And what are you going to stand out in 2 feet of snow with each other and fucking pass?
Yeah, no.
While the snowplows go by and shoot grit at us?
Unavailable.
Having trouble typing as I cannot see what is typed before posting. I know, I have a hard time with that too, Jeffrey. I can't stand the interfaces on these new socials. But it's the way to get to people. There was we came up with a plan. It was called Plan B. Didn't we call it Plan B? Mm-hmm. And it was actually at Bear Divide. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess he means maybe like something down on the base, but the whole point of that is the drive and that it's a commitment to go to. If it's just everybody meet at Bob's Big Boy, it's kind of like that's not a thing. There's no sacrifice to get there. There's no.
Part of it's the drive up. Like y'all that have cars, like love the exercise of it.
I think part of it is it's not a car show. That's the thing. It's not a car show. It's not even a car group. It's literally a bunch of people who like. They want that drive. They want that experience. They want that meditation, that head clear, that kind of thing.
It reminds me of swim practice in the weirdest way. It's all individual, but you're all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. It's a team of individuals. So missed that fire on the mountain. Where is the next run? Friday. Breakfast Club. GVBC. 9 to 11 at Newcomb's Ranch. In the parking lot of Newcomb's Ranch until they open. When is that? Yeah, that's Chi-Town. LOL for sure. The enjoy of the drive. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. I don't know if it becomes a... I don't know. People think I'm nuts when I try to like, it's this, it's not that, it's not this. Like, sorry. You must like it. You keep coming up. Cats and Subarus. Meow. Mucho Roboto. Yeah, Mucho Roboto. What a great screen name. Bro, kudos on the Mucho Roboto. It's so fun. All right, I mean, this is crazy. Whenever we do this, it goes so long. This is what we need to do on Twitch because you don't need to do anything, and the time just flies. We didn't do anything. It's going to be so annoying to watch. What do these like to watch back, the ones?
You know, I watched one of them. They're fun. Like, they're really enjoyable. It is a hang.
Are you saying that because it's us, or
no?
You're being
subjective.
Objective.
It's
trying to trick you there.
My brain's working today. It's a good hang. It's fun for everyone to be part of.
That was the goal.
You did.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I love it. Okay. Byron Bowers. Byron Bowers will be here on Thursday. And we're going to do some viewer mail then. And we'll have a TBT video called Lately. But it's not from recently. Trying to think if there's anything else I should mention. Not really. R.I.P. Larry King. We talked about that. Still bumming me out. I'm going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole of old Larry King interviews. Most of which I've seen before. But, you know, it brings it all back.
He wasn't nearly as old as I thought. For some reason in my head, he was older.
Yeah. I think he's looked like that for a long time. The last 20 years. Here's one of them, and I will put it back on because I know you'll probably want to watch it. It's his more recent Quora show, the one they shot in Glendale, and Tom Segura is a guest. And you can see Tom's face pretty early on. It's just, you can see in Tom's face that like he knows he's sitting there with a legend. He knows who Larry King is. He appreciates and respects Larry King. But he's like, is this guy, should he be doing this anymore? Like, he's like, is he going to die today right here on the show that I'm on? Like, you can see it sort of in his head, in his eyes.
You can read his face.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm reading. Who knows? Anyway, good stuff. Love everybody. Thursday, Byron Bowers, and more stuff. And I'll tell you other stuff then. Yeah. Love you. Love you. See everybody out there. Please love one another. What?
You're just funny to me.
Because Byron Bowers is up, I think I'm going to post his old show again tomorrow.
Cool.
Because it'll be a neat comparison of all of us. Because it was really early. Really early.
I'll
I
be
can't
sure
wait to
to
see what
watch.
it looks
It was
like.
a long time ago.
All right. Love everybody. See you there.